Hegel's one of the more difficult philosophers for people to understand. According to John McCumber, president of the Hegel Society of America, everyone views Hegelian philosophy differently, even members of the Hegel Society.
He's been defined as Aristotle plus mediation, and what that means is that Aristotle has this huge encyclopedic system. It's not just philosophy, it encompasses biology and politics and all kinds of things. Hegel has taken over a lot of that content, but the modern side of Hegel is that he develops each part of it out of the previous parts. So the more complex parts, such as polis, a political society, will presuppose his discussion of biology and chemistry and things like that. So he's tried to relate everything together into this huge, enormous philosophical system, probably the largest that anybody's ever actually created.
McCumber is also a professor of Germanic languages at UCLA. He told me that Hegel is as much a philosopher of language as anything.
He's talking about words. He's not doing philosophy of language the way it's done today, which focuses on sentences, but he's talking about lexicographically. He's talking about the words that we use. He's trying to provide definitions. And I think that's really what he sees absolute knowledge as being. It's the only thing that won't surprise us because we stipulate the meaning. But anything else in the world can surprise us because we'd never know anything fully.
I asked him how Hegel saw history.
My general view is a highly de-reified view. He thinks that history is a learning process in which ideas are tried out. It's kind of Darwinian. There's hundreds of ideas, and a few of them work out, and then they're built upon by subsequent generations. So that's not the idea that there's some sort of gigantic absolute being that is realizing itself through history. That's a more traditional view of Hegel.
Hegel's view of history had a huge impact on the thinking of Karl Marx.
There are similarities in their diagnosis of the times. For both of them, dialectic basically just means looking at everything in time. This too shall pass. Nothing is eternal. From which it follows for Marx that capitalism is going to cease to exist someday, and the question is how. And then he thinks he can predict what's going to happen, and there'll be a revolution, and it'll go through various stages, and then you'll have this wonderful situation with the government withered away and so forth. Hegel thinks everything is going to give way, and nothing is going to last forever, but he does not think that dialectics or anything else can tell you how that's going to happen.
Can we blame Hegel for having any part in what became communism or totalitarianism?
I don't know if you can pin it on him. I wouldn't like it if you could. But, there's so many twists and turns from Hegel, and then you get Marx saying there's going to be a revolution, which Hegel doesn't try to say, and then you get Lenin trying to say this revolution can be steered and guided by a particular cadre of elite people, and then you've got Stalin taking over that cadre, and I think there's a lot of jumps from Hegel to that.
What's Hegel best known for?
I think he's best known for his strenuous attempt to get an overview of the entire human enterprise. I mean, all of human history, art, religion, science, everything.
For Philosophy Talk, I'm Polly Stryker.